actually called Children of the Incarcerated Scarfaces.
Yo,
Frank, what up, though?
what's good, big bro? What's up with you, man?
You got it.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm actually on my YouTube channel, and I was coming up between names if I wanted to call it Children of the Incarcerated,
Mm-hmm.
which I think I'm gonna do because that'll be more fitting instead of saying Children of the Incarcerated Scarfaces. I was just thinking of a Wu-Tang line, in the song, but I think incarcerated Children of the Incarcerated is more worldly. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, so basically you're gonna be the first person to launch that. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
the people that click in and know you and don't know you, well, I know you the son of Supreme, Kenneth McGriff, that's currently locked up right now in ADX. Free him ASAP. And
Yeah.
I want to know, as his son, what's your thoughts and your feelings of them locking him up from whenever time that you can remember? Because I think it's probably been twice that he was locked up and with your age group that you should remember. You see what I'm saying?
Nah, he been going since 2002. So I mean, before that, I wasn't even born when he was going in the late 80s and the early 90s. I wasn't born yet. So
Right.
when he did his little 8 years from the 80s to the early 90s,
Mm-hmm.
that was that bit, and then he did like a little violations here and there throughout the 90s, and then he got arrested for the time he's serving now in 2002. So like with all the stuff that's going on now, all the people that I see coming home and being freed, I'm looking like, yo, when my people getting free, when Prince and when Preem getting free, like I see a lot of people coming home. I see Meech's brother came home. I'm seeing God Fisher coming home. I see Lou Hobbs coming home. I see all these people coming home. I'm like, yo, like we need to free the real, like Preem and Prince need to come home, like so we definitely gonna keep it optimistic and see what's gonna happen in the near future and shit like that.
And I wonder why is that? Like, it was 143 people on his list. Um, I've seen Kanye and Kim, holler at him about friend Larry Hoover as well. And to be honest, I would have thought that he actually would have, but I don't know if it was because Kanye and Kim went at him so early, and that's when he was like, I think about it or whatever. And then if they backed up off him in the time that they really should have been on him, because in this case, Snoop Dogg was able to holler at him and get
Larry O, yeah.
Harry-O out. He was able to get Harry-O out. So then, of course, Kodak Black, they was able to reach for him and reach for Lil Wayne. You see what I'm saying?
It's crazy, big bro. I feel like if a person that's in the industry with a name that's solidified, if they go holler at some important people, I feel like then that's what gets the ball rolling. That's it leads to a domino effect. Like if a dude like Jay-Z, or if a dude like one of them people, or if a dude like somebody with some status went to go holler at a Obama when he was in office, or went to go holler at a Trump, you get what I'm saying? That's what gets the ball rolling. Is if it ain't nobody with a name, it ain't nothing gonna really be solidified. It ain't gonna be stamped. So, like you said, Kanye and Kim, they went to go holler at him. Wayne went to go take that picture with him. Wayne got himself pardoned. Like that was a genius move. But I feel like it got to be a motherfucker with a name that's gonna go do it. That's gonna get the ball rolling. Like Hove need to go holler at somebody in office. Like Hove talking about, I put Preem in my truck, told him leave them streets alone, and name dropping and all that. You need to go holler at some of them people, Hove. Like let's get this shit going, Hove. What we doing?
I mean, he probably can. I know they've been dealing with the what is that Meek Mill beat? The free,
Yeah. The public reform, the prison reform thing that Meek
the
Mill got
prison
going on.
reform. So and then, like I say, I don't personally know if they reached out or not, but it's never too late. Maybe that's something you can champion. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that's something, because you in New York, the office is in New York, so that's the whole thing. We have to be mindful of the children that's affected behind the parents.
Absolutely.
So I feel like if you probably can get a meeting or find your way up to the office, and you can probably get the whole process going and help. You got to be the spokesperson. That's why I be saying, like, in situations like with one of my brothers, you know what I'm saying, that's doing life right now. He in there with your daddy, you know what I'm saying? He been gone 26 years, you know, and I talked to him yesterday, and I'm trying to get the lawyer. Well, I'm trying to focus on the lawyer to get him home, you know what I'm saying, on the First Step Act. He got 15, 20 more people in there that he trying to get me to get attorneys for as well. And I'm like, listen, man.
We got to focus on you.
Yeah, it's going to be, but that just go to show you the conditions and being in them situations. You don't wish that on nobody. So just being a person that's caring, he want to get all the guys home, you know what I'm saying, if he can. So at the end of the day, like I told him, I ain't tripping, you know what I'm saying, because for me, I'm out here. So it ain't nothing for me to call these lawyers or give them guys names and help them with their first step acts. That's what we for. We here. We say we family. We say we love each other. But soon as people get behind that wall, we just distance ourselves. Everything else is more important than sending $50 or so on they books, and knowing in them conditions, $50 can carry some of them a long way. If you don't send them the $50, a lot of these guys can become victims in there. You know what I'm saying? Because now they got to survive. If they take some, you know, they joke about it, but say snacks or take a meal or two from some certain type of guys, now these guys is turning these guys into women because they family didn't stick solid with them. You know what I'm saying? So it mean the world to me, you know, to get them the pictures, send them some letters, make the visits, put something on their books. So anytime I speak on this situation, it's near and dear to me because my whole life I've been dealing with that.
But people don't understand. They don't see it like that. They don't know. They just think that, you know, oh, that nigga did whatever he did. He in jail. That's on him. Like, they don't know the backstory. They don't know the ins and outs of what goes on behind the wall, because they all they looking at is what they see on TV. Like, they don't, you feel me? They don't know what's going on in there. So I feel like people can't. It don't really resonate with a lot of people. But it resonates with you because you going through it, you went through it, you got family in it, so you understand. But and also I feel like with the whole maybe people just don't want to see him and Prince home because they feel like how they're gonna be however they're gonna be when they get out, or you know, they're gonna be terrorizing people, they're gonna be extorting people and stuff like that. So maybe they don't really want to see them home. Maybe they just act like it for the cameras, but they really don't want to. They don't want to see them home. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it can be a lot of things, you know what I'm saying? You never really know, but that's why I say for you being a son, you have to basically be his spokesperson for the most part, because you his legs, mouth, ears, and eyes in the street now. So you can help him more than he can basically help himself behind that wall. He just got idle time to sit there and think about ways to come home. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was to give the children a voice. You know what I'm saying? Me, myself, father, drug lord, got murdered, but nobody ever reached out to me and asked me, how did that make me feel? You know, how I'm coping with life. And I was born on his birthday. So every year I'm reminded of that. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, when I lived past the age that he was when he got murdered.
Talking about your dad?
Yeah, my father. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all got the same birthday?
Yeah, I was born on my father's birthday.
Yo, my birthday is 2 days before my father. That's crazy.
Oh, yeah. And my daughter, she fell 10 days after my birthday. But her due date was on my birthday.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
So, you know, of course, me and her mother, we play about it right now today. Like, you know, you could have went into labor. You know what I'm saying? Induced labor. Because basically, you know how important that would have been, you know, but, you know, so she came 10 days later. So actually, I'm actually going to interview them as well, my own children, you know what I'm saying, in the same form, because, you know, you got a lot of culture vultures, as we call. They come into our culture, rip our stories from us, get rich off of it, and then don't even donate nothing back. They don't do nothing, you know what I'm saying? So for me, and when I go to YouTube, and I do my donations or whatever, I mean, they do the donations, I'm looking for underprivileged children or homeless that I can go to, might buy them a blanket, whatever it is, you know, a food for that day. So at least my conscience know that the donations that these people donate to me is going to a cause. Now, I am also the person that do a good deed every day. You know what I'm saying? Just off the strength as something to be done as being Muslim, you know what I'm saying? And in the Muslim community, with Mosque Marion, which is Elijah Muhammad's mosque, is in my neighborhood. So
Mm-hmm.
I can walk out my house to the mosque. You know what I'm saying? That's how close it is. So to get that knowledge and wisdom from the Honorable Elijah Muhammad passed down to Minister Farrakhan, it's like,
Yeah.
how could I not try to carry on some of that legacy, that knowledge that they passed down?
And
And you know what I'm saying?
when somebody pass you knowledge, you gotta pass it down to the next generation. That's how I
But
think.
you got
That's
a lot of people that don't do that. They keep
yeah.
it for themselves. So I'm keeping for themselves to misuse, misdirect, and misguide people. I
Yeah.
see it all day, every day. You know what I'm
Hell
saying?
yeah.
Like,
Hell yeah.
so for me, you know what I'm saying? Even my own children, they're gonna be on here and they're gonna speak, and I'm gonna ask them, you know what I'm saying? Uh, when your mother went away, you know, when I'm traveling and running around, how did that make y'all feel? Because nobody ever asking that. So my question is still right now, when they took your pops away, how did that make you feel?
I mean, it really didn't have no major effect on me when I was younger because, you know, I was younger. I didn't really know that much about what was going on. Like when they arrested him in 2002, like he didn't go to trial for that shit until 2007. So, you know, I'm like 11 years old. Like I don't really, I understood it a little more then when I was 11, but in 2002, I was like, you know, I was a kid. I didn't know nothing. So, but I feel like it has more of a lasting effect on me now as I'm older because, you know, like, I just can't pick up a phone and call my dad to talk about life or to talk about my kids or to talk about or sports or talk about working out because when his jail go on lockdown, his jail might go on lockdown for 4 months at a time. Like you get what I'm saying? Like he's in a super max, so it's not just like a regular everyday dad and son relationship or conversation. So I feel like it has more lasting effects on me now, and it's kind of not saying personally for me, but I know other kids in my situation like it could be traumatizing because like growing up without a dad is kind of like you. How can you be a man without a dad or a father figure in your life? So then you start looking towards the streets to be that father figure, or you know, you trying to just fill that void with anything you can fill that void with. It might be drugs, it might be the streets, it might be whatever. So I feel like it's definitely like traumatic. Like you know, if people go to a war, they go to war and they come home, they have PTSD from the war. Growing up without a father figure, you have PTSD from that too. So it definitely have a lasting effect on for different people for different reasons, but definitely like just being able to reach out to him and call him and talk to him about the little things like that's more of a void that was missing in my adolescence, in my teenage years, and even in my adult years. You know, like he's such a smart man. Me getting jewels from him, like you know, that's more important than anything else I can get in this world. You get what I'm saying? A father's jewels. So I definitely feel like that void is just like it's really is a big void to have in my life. So you know, it
So
affects different people
so
different ways.